All right, now we're mic checking.
My mic sounds nice. Check 1.
My mic sounds nice. Check 2.
That took a while.
This is the mic that I'm talking into.
Hey, look, everyone
Wow.
is pretty good. I mean, I'm loud. Hold
Hey.
on. I'll find a good distance here. I
Hey.
promise.
I'm just going to have to do my best to maintain this volume throughout the entire podcast.
Also, that
is not gonna
distance
happen.
between your hand and your face, you're going to want to keep that too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah. You guys want to try to make a dick? Oh. Look, I almost made a dick.
Okay, so we
I
got
don't even know
Oh.
Is that what yours looks like?
Oh.
I have questions.
Just say,
That's not what I want.
You want to try to make a dick in my mic?
just say this is a dick, and that's what your dick looks like. This is my dick.
Wow.
Yeah, well, you know.
Psst,
I'm
psst,
really
For
getting
her
those
po-
That's my
sides.
dick.
For her pleasure. Welcome back to Channel 3 Podcast. The home of quality content like
we
this.
should not keep any of that. It's
Look,
just
I'm gonna
me
be
yelling
honest.
into the mic.
The editing process has been a little lazy lately because I've been doing it at work. So that's probably going to be in there. It took a lot of effort for me to cut out all the stuff I was supposed to on the last one.
All right, guys, so don't say anything bad this time.
Wait, did you cut everything out though?
No, yeah, I definitely did.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
what am I not allowed to say?
Well, that's tough for you because I feel like you can get away with words that we can't.
I'm just not going to put us in that position.
Basically, anything about animal abuse, no go.
Okay.
Unless you're a Twitch streamer.
What if the what if it's two animals and they're fighting, right?
That's
Well,
not
that's
abuse.
just nature.
That's
nature.
competition.
Yeah. Okay, that
That's
makes
just
sense.
that's the world.
That's fucking Sparta, dude.
This your gotta
I mean,
work, bitch. Like we
Technically,
go hard
we're
on
just
Earth.
animals,
Ooh,
you know?
nice little Dickie reference.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I beat my animals, but don't talk about animal abuse.
God damn.
What?
I
What
mean,
are we
well,
beating?
okay, wait. They're not my animals.
I didn't realize we were
They're my
doing that
roommates.
again.
They're my roommates' animals. It's not abuse. if they're
Okay,
your
wait.
roommates.
This episode of Jamboree is sponsored by the Humane Society.
Yes. PETA, look, we don't want to hear from you, all right? Unless you're bringing Blue Apron.
Shout out to Blue Apron.
Yeah, that,
Man,
that
shout out
email.
to crushing my soul this afternoon.
Talk about getting your soul crushed,
So
dude.
you know
I read
how,
it. And
you know
I
how
was so
basically
excited.
every episode we talk about how we want a Blue Apron sponsorship?
Yes, I was there.
Well,
was
today
there.
I got an email with the subject line reading, Blue Apron wants to invest in you. And I was like, oh man, it's happening. Like, this is it. And I open it, and it's from Acorns, which is like an investing app that I use. And it's like, you know, you can get extra money if you buy Blue Apron stuff.
It's like, that's not true. That's spending money.
Shout out Acorns sponsoring this episode.
And I was really hoping you were going to say, like, so it's like, oh, you know, Blue Apron wants to invest in you. And then you open it up and it's just like, nah.
Invest
Like,
in
haha,
us.
you thought.
But it's like
But yeah, I was about to
THOT.
say that.
Ah, man. Feels good to be back.
Did you see somebody tweeted at, it was ROG?
Rog?
Is that like a computer thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they tweeted at Rich Brian and they were like, hey, we saw you using one of our old laptops in this video. How would you like an upgrade? And he's like, if you guys send me a laptop, I will strictly use it for porn. Is that okay? DM me.
Man, way to talk yourself out of a free laptop.
I mean,
Or
or they send him one. Yeah. They're like, hell yeah.
Twitter clout is worth more than any laptop, if you ask me.
Man, that's true though.
That's how
I
you
wish I had
More
anything
free
worth
laptops.
tweeting, but I don't.
I mean, you
I'd
could
say.
probably just tweet, like, just the random bullshit that you hear.
You would be surprised at the things that get deleted from my Twitter, like
drafts.
drafts. Yeah,
Yo, tweet, do unto others what you would like done to yourself, and you'll get like so much.
Oh yeah, I should do.
Just type some motivational
What is
shit.
it?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, just, like,
well-behaved
wholesome.
women rarely make history. I'll tweet that.
There you go.
I saw 3 of those bumper stickers in the town where I work yesterday.
That's just tweet the bumper stickers. That's all you gotta do.
They were in the Target parking lot. All 3 of them.
Together. They formed fucking Voltron or some shit.
So then I was chuckling in my head because I was like, ha, that, you know? And then I got on Instagram and a girl that I follow had posted that as
The caption
the caption for a picture of, like, nothing.
is, are we misogynistic again?
Yes, of course.
I don't think that that's our identity. It's just something we also are.
You guys should have
God, yeah.
warned me if this was the. I didn't
No,
know this is
but,
what we're doing.
Like, no, we're definitely not.
Just send me an email. That's all I'm asking.
But it's like, you know, if you can't laugh at yourself.
Laugh at other people.
Yes,
If
definitely.
you can't laugh at yourself, laugh at women.
Oh
my
God.
God. No, I'm not laughing at that one.
Can I get that on a shirt? No, I'm going to cut probably. No, I'm not going to cut that out. Let's be real. I'm going to leave it. But just know that it doesn't actually reflect our opinions. We're just making jokes. These is just jokes, Miss Mariah.
Totally, yeah.
Just a prank,
Yeah.
bro.
Have you seen that?
No.
So, okay, I know.
Oh my God, you talk.
I know I'm probably the only one who watches Wild 'N Out
But
in here.
I feel like you've talked about this on the podcast like 5 times already.
Come on.
No, not this. No.
Like the. I don't know if it's still Nick Cannon's
Wild
Wild
N
Now.
Out?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So
The Shaq one?
back when he was married to Mariah Carey,
Yeah.
Shaq went on, and I've met Shaq and I like him, and I don't think this show was the right place for him. But he made a hilarious joke about having sex with Mariah, which everyone does, but for some reason, when you're 7-foot infinity, it's just funnier. So anyway, he said that, and Mariah Carey got actually mad about it, which made everyone think, like, maybe they actually did. Who knows? And then he had to come on and do an apology, and that was his apology. Was,
On Wild Now?
Yeah. He was like, these is just jokes, Miss Mariah. It was good.
You know, controversial opinion. I'm not a big Shaq guy. I'm not a big Shaq person.
Shaq's a big Shaq guy.
Well, you know. I don't know.
God.
I saw him on Hot Ones. I don't know. I didn't like him on Hot Ones.
I met him, and he's really cool. He his daughter goes to school near here, and so he's in
What?
town.
Oh,
fairly
with
often. She goes to St. Ed's.
with Jamie Foxx's mom.
That's yeah. She lives
That's
in
a-
Terrell.
Shaq's daughter goes to school with Jamie Foxx's mom.
That was a callback too.
It was a callback to something
different
that
podcast.
hasn't aired yet.
A different
It
podcast.
has not aired yet.
guys will
But
get
there's
that
a little
reference, though.
sizzle. Norman's and my podcast has been recorded. It's just on my shoulders now, and I haven't had time to get it all up yet.
Is that going to come out before this one though?
No, probably not. Maybe.
Why?
I don't know. Because, like, there's a lot that goes into launching just a new podcast, you know? I
Okay.
have to do stuff. I'm still working on the theme song.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Dude, we're gonna have a bomb ass backlog. Like, it's, you know.
Anyway, there was a callback to that. Also, yes, she does go there, and I did meet him and her. They're very nice people. We smoked hookah together. I have pictures.
You smoked
I've
hookah
seen
with
it.
Shaq?
I did.
Okay,
that is true.
Why didn't you lead with that? Now I'm more interested.
Well, hold
He
on.
showed
let me-
You said you met Shaq.
Have you not seen the
know.
pictures?
I have a picture.
No. You say you met Shaq just like, in
Yeah, like-
passing is what I assumed.
Yeah.
But you smoked hookah with Shaq.
Well,
That's
because
that's
he was
a
a
completely
manager at a
different
hookah
story.
lounge.
He does, like, hit up 6th Street all the time, though.
Is he tall?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me find...
I'm very confused about
find
that
it.
question.
I gotta fucking go home now. How much
Here.
have you drank, Matt?
11.
yeah, that was us
From
in
Stranger
Casbah.
Things.
Uh,
Oh, he is tall. Can't confirm.
is it-
Yeah, I'm about nipple high on a shack, so...
And you're like what, 6 foot?
6'1" when I wake up, 6 foot by the time I go to bed. That's just life.
Is it too late for introductions or?
Nah, we should probably do that. But Matt's gone. We like to keep it loose here. We have a loose format.
My name is Matt Murdoch.
All right, Matt's good.
Hey, I'm Bailey.
It's weird. We're not in a circle anymore, so we can't like.
We can set it up
We
like
could have just went through a line.
Now I only have one chair in this couch.
I kind of like the couch though.
We could just put Matt on the other side of the table.
Yeah,
What if we all just sat in a circle Indian style?
we could do
We
that.
could do
Crisscross
that. Although I
applesauce.
find that offensive, being 0.03% Native American.
Is that offensive?
I don't know.
0.03%.
Whatever. I think I'm more than Elizabeth Warren, but like not by much.
He said crisscross applesauce.
That works. That doesn't offend anybody.
I don't know, man.
Look, we've already lost all the women.
Oh,
we can't keep going.
Oh, I've definitely already lost all the women in my life.
Oh man.
I'm Norm. We're still doing that, right?
Did you do yours, Bailey?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm still Tanner, and we're back.
Oh God.
I'm still not Tanner.
Damn it.
Who's got news? Because I have
hold
a
on.
few.
I got something. You said your last name's Murdoch.
Yeah.
That's
Murdoch.
That's like a badass name. Like
Daredevil
I
name.
feel like that's like.
It's Daredevil's name.
Is it really?
It's
Yeah.
Daredevil's
That's
name.
why.
Oh,
That's why
shit.
you're thinking that.
I was like, man, that's okay.
if
well.
only he was blind.
If all,
I mean,
honestly,
it's not
we
that
can make
hard.
this happen.
Yeah, we can.
my vision's pretty bad already.
I've got some hot sauce in the fridge. We could just...
That will only strengthen his eyes.
I lied before. I own Apple Jacks coffee and hot sauce, so I'm pretty.
I think I can cook something
Pretty
up.
stocked.
I've been watching some binging with Babish.
All right, who's got news?
I guess you do.
I have a few.
You guys
Then
want
go
to talk
for it.
about
First of
Apex Legends?
I was going to talk about Amazon real quick
Okay.
because I always take the first part of news to get a little political. Like,
Okay.
what's up with Amazon right now? Have y'all seen all that?
The forest?
So, well,
The
no,
Amazon
no,
rainforest?
Amazon the company,
Okay,
the Jeff Bezos company.
because the forest is on fire.
Well, yeah. Also, we should talk about that. Brazil's on fire right now. That's not great. I don't know what to say about it
That's-
other than that.
I saw this insane picture on Reddit today.
Yeah, it's
of,
crazy.
Like, the Sao Paulo skyline.
Did you see the tweet from the guy from Brazil? He was
No.
like, "Hey, my country's on fire. No one cares.
No, I did not
Thanks
see
for
that.
listening."
It was like a picture of Sao Paulo at like 4 p.m. today, and the sky was just covered in smoke, like, which is 2,000 miles away from where the fire actually is.
These are the darkest days. This is truly the darkest.
I grew up in
time.
California, and that place was on fire the whole time. They can grow up, okay? I'm just kidding. That's so fucked up. I take it all back.
But yeah, no, Amazon the company. First of all, they made headlines a couple of, I guess maybe 2 weeks ago, for training police officers to obtain surveillance footage without a warrant. They were teaching them the legal loopholes for getting a hold of
no.
people's private video feeds. Which, I mean, I have one, and I don't care who watches it, but, you know, it's not on right now. You
Question.
can do that. But
Why?
so it has two-way communication. I can hear and I can talk through it. And I'm at work for a long time, and Marty sleeps on the couch. So I just, I
You got it
check
from
in on
Marty?
him and yeah,
It's like, hey man, I love you.
yeah, just check in and let him know.
Yo, I love you.
I'll be back soon.
That's it.
It's actually it's really cool. It's a fun thing to have.
It's really cute.
So Amazon did that, but then they made headlines today because they've started switching all of their small packages to entirely unrecyclable plastic envelopes,
I did see that,
which
actually.
at their volume is super bad for the environment, which has never been something I really make a point to care about. But, come on, we can do what we can at least,
Yeah.
right?
No, I agree. I actually I was talking to a girl recently, and she's kind of converted me to.
Ooh.
She kind of converted me to the whole stop using straws. and like plastic lids and stuff like that.
Yeah, like turtles. I get it. That was a sad picture.
Okay, so can I go off topic real quick?
Yeah, is it about turtles or straws?
It's about turtles.
Okay, let's
so
hear it.
You know that subreddit? It's like the monkey's paw, where you make a wish. And
Yes.
Okay, so I was
love the
thinking.
monkey's paw.
I was thinking of like a monkey's paw one where it's like, I wish for all plastic to be like just completely removed from the world, right? And then like the monkey's paw is like, turtles, the superior species, rise up and take over. I would actually be cool with that.
It'd be an interesting world. I think people rush around too much these days, and I think being ruled by sentient turtles would really help us, get some perspective on
Get like
what's really important.
I assume we get like sweet shells also. That'd be cool.
Oh man, I want like a red thing around my eyes. You can get purple.
I get the orange one.
You get orange, and then that leaves you with blue.
Wait a sec, I'm the nerd.
Oh, fine, we'll switch. Donatello's my favorite anyway.
Ah, there we go.
Wait, who's getting purple?
I'm getting purple now.
Okay, well, I want purple.
Oh, I don't want to be the leader.
I got orange.
We get it. You like pizza.
Isn't purple Leonardo?
Fuck that.
Oh man, I forgot.
Honestly,
Sorry for that tangent.
I don't
He hates
know
pizza.
anything about pizza.
I don't hate it. I just won't eat it anymore.
Anyway, that's all.
Unless
my
I'm
news
really
for now.
hungry and or broke.
I probably
Yeah.
have more news, but I can't remember any of it right now.
You guys heard about all the stuff going on with Apex Legends, the
Oh.
new season?
Oh.
Yeah, did you see the tweet that came out from the dev team recently? 'Cause
Yeah.
you saw where they got in the fight on Reddit, right?
Yeah, I did see that.
I was actually following that comment thread, and it was funny, but basically someone in the comments was like, "Hey, this is super lame," and one of the developers came in just really aggressive, and he was like, "I remember when communities weren't so toxic and everything was better." No, you don't.
I feel like
Toxic has always been a part of this.
I feel
Anyway.
like I got to sympathize a little bit with the developers over at Epic. No, not
No.
Epic. Respawn.
Respawn.
Um,
I feel bad for them because they're owned by EA, and I know that this probably wasn't their doing.
but you know, I watched that Patriot Act episode about
Yeah, me too.
the
That was a good one.
industry,
Oh yeah, we
and
talked about that already.
We did talk about it, but I watched it after last episode, and I gotta sympathize with the developers a little bit. Like if that's what they think about the consumers, I guess that's fine because they're probably at like a breaking point with where they're at. And,
Yeah.
the development cycle. I'm sure they're working like insane hours. Basically, what I want to say here is unionize the gaming industry.
I did a
Yeah. No, I
probably
agree.
an appropriate struggle fist there. I just want to say that Matt is the first person who's taken something that I've mentioned on the podcast and gone and watched it without me consistently nagging for it.
I've watched so much of the Patriot.
I don't know
Act.
what
That
you're
guy
talking
is
about.
Fucking hilarious.
Yes, you do. Magicians.
Even
Dude,
I.
I've seen it.
Yeah, I've
You
watched the whole thing.
I've seen every single Harry Potter movie and read all the books.
I've seen Now
How
You
many
See Me.
orgies were in Harry Potter?
Dude,
It's not the same without him.
in the books or the movies?
So I guess I'm not.
Not the
I'm not really
fanfic,
mad
Bailey.
about the developers freaking out on the consumers. Like whatever, I guess.
Yeah,
But
dude,
No, okay.
I am mad about
Everyone
the
has
other
my
shit.
permission to freak out on any person on Reddit, including me. Like, it's all garbage. That's what that place is for.
How toxic are you on Reddit?
It depends on which account I'm using.
Yeah, it depends on what subreddit I'm on. But I will say I'm not mad about them getting mad at the consumers, but I am a little bit upset about how they've treated this second season launch, especially after how successful the first season was. I feel like they're really backpedaling.
The way that they've done the, like, prestigious gear that I don't know the exact what it is or what it's called. I kind of dropped off that game.
Legendary, maybe. I
But
don't know.
yeah, where you have to earn everything and then you earn the chance to buy it's a little messed up.
I saw somewhere it's going to cost like $130 to get
Yeah.
the season pass and all the skins that come with
But
the new
that's
season.
got EA written all over it.
100%. Yeah.
So I feel like I have a very controversial opinion when it comes to, well, probably not controversial, but I feel my
Use
opinion
the
on
dollar
this.
an hour method.
Yeah. Well, so no, I don't.
Okay.
But my opinion is it doesn't fucking matter. Like cosmetics,
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. Like it's annoying for Apex. Like I play it way too much, and it's annoying for me where like the subreddit is just filled with people talking trash about EA and like their the way they monetize the game and blah 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 and yada yada yada. And I'm over here like, can we fix like the audio issues? Can we fix like the let's talk about that. Let's talk about
and like on top of all that, there is the whole argument for they put it out for free. They have to make their money back somehow.
Yeah, and, dude, I'm totally fine with that.
Yeah, and developers deserve to be paid because games are the best they've ever been. They're telling stories and creating worlds, and it's legitimately art at this point.
So are all the loot boxes just cosmetics?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
then
there's
yeah, that
no-
should be fine.
Yeah.
It's just like League.
And like,
Yeah.
if you're the type of person that like, oh, I need to collect everything, it's probably ain't the game for you if you ain't got the money for it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Or you're really rich. Like
I feel like they have every right. And like, if let's say it, it doesn't work out right, or like they do another one of these and people don't buy it, Respawn's gonna be like, oh, okay, well, let's change it and make it a little cheaper. Maybe we'll change
That's-
like the metrics.
That's what people
Yeah.
don't get is vote with your wallet,
Yeah.
not a comment thread.
Like,
Like,
I bought the battle pass because I'm like, this is worth my time. And,
Yeah.
but I have yet to buy any of the legendary stuff because I'm like,
so y'all know I play Overwatch a little bit. I'm
Yeah.
kind of a fan. I checked my hours count and I'm at like 250 hours or something. Nothing huge. But I don't even have like 35% of the cosmetic items in that game.
yeah.
And I get loot boxes. I shoot for at least one a night. Basically, I try to level up at least once a day.
Yeah.
And I still, between the random drop system and the repeats and all that stuff, but I've never once been mad about it. And I paid money for this game. Like it's cosmetics. It's
Yep.
not important.
Yeah, I think that's an excellent point. that
Also,
I
like
failed-
none of this is important, but it's even less important than that.
I think that's one point I fail to consider a lot. Is it is just like cosmetic.
Yeah.
If it
Like,
doesn't alter the gameplay in any way, then it's fine. But I'm a little bit outside of this Apex situation because I played a lot more Fortnite,
yeah.
and there have been a lot of situations where cosmetic items in Fortnite can actually grant player advantages. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
That happens on like a really
extremely rare basis.
if you're really into it, like there are skins in Overwatch that can give you a little bit of camouflage in certain levels and stuff like that.
There's also like this
But also you have a red outline around
Yeah.
you. So
the deep dab emote on Fortnite. Are you guys familiar with the deep
Yeah.
dab?
I don't know about the deep dab.
It's
You-
basically just
all
like,
of that
can
sentence
you
made me
dude like
hate
this?
life.
here. He's gonna do it. There you go. There. That's the deep dab.
Oh god.
It was like an emote in Fortnite, and a lot of people found out if they would build structures around them and then empty out the central point of the structure, deep dab, they could shotgun and kill somebody while not even being in the frame. But
Wow.
yeah, they would be completely in deep dab, pull up the shotgun, fucking kill.
Completely in deep dab.
It was completely
Complete
100%
deep
in the
dab.
deep dab.
I don't think there's.
There's nothing like that in Apex.
No,
though.
the emotes wise, like the only time you can actually emote right now is when you're just dropping. You can emote in the air, but once you hit the ground, there's really no emotes or anything like that.
Dang, I didn't even know there were emotes in the air. That's
yeah,
cool.
they just added that this season. Like I
They're like $20.
I hate the fact that I won't be able to
Every
like
time.
collect some of the skins, but also like
if it
I
mattered
enjoy the
that much
game.
to you,
yeah, I would buy it. It doesn't.
that's cool. I like Apex, but that did cause a lot of controversy this
Do you know
week.
how much
Still.
money I've spent on League of Legends?
Oh, a lot.
$800.
Really? Is that a real figure?
Mm-hmm.
That's ridiculous.
That was the last time I checked it.
Have you played 800 hours?
I've played for 8 years.
Okay.
Man,
That's too much.
no man.
Going on 9.
I don't.
Ugh.
That's like World of Warcraft numbers, right? It's like
Ugh.
people have been playing for a while.
I can't even get into that. I tried.
League or Ward?
Wow.
Wow.
And League, actually. Both. I couldn't get into either one.
Same.
I actually, and I know I'm going to get shit for this, but I preferred Heroes of the Storm to League.
Fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
I'm unfamiliar
We really don't need to
with
comment
Heroes
on
of
that.
the Storm.
Huh?
It's League, but it's Blizzard properties.
and it's
Okay.
it's also just not good.
Did you guys ever play that like really old school MOBA?
I'm just kidding.
What's
it was
that?
pretty fun, actually.
It was like a fucking
What MOBA?
Lord of the Rings. It was like a Lord of the Rings.
I've
MOBA.
played it. Yes, I've played that.
What was it called? Guardians of Middle Earth or some
Something
shit.
like that. That sounds right.
That fucking.
It's all
game-
yeah. It's all basically that.
I don't know why I just randomly thought of that. That game started my MOBA addiction 100%. That game was so awesome. I got it on the Xbox 360.
Yep.
Dude.
Yeah.
That was
Now
a weird
what?
segue, but
play-
such a
do you-
good game.
Do you
I had
play
another
Smite every
news.
now and then still, or no?
Yeah, I still play Smite occasionally. If I
Nice.
play multiplayer online games, mostly lately it's been Fortnite though.
Yeah.
I suck at it now. And every time I log back on, I just get annihilated and then don't play it again for like 3 months. And then I get back on and get annihilated. And then, yeah, you get it.
Ugh.
I
Yeah,
hate Fortnite.
sounds awful.
So we should hit some real quick TV and movie news. First of all, because this will be the fastest one, The Matrix 4 was officially confirmed.
Yep.
Heard that.
Keanu Reeves is coming back, as well as everyone else.
I saw someone on Reddit say, I would prefer a shitty Matrix movie over no Matrix movie at all. And I feel like that's sort of my
We already
attitude.
got 2 of those.
No. Well, I mean, I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm just saying
We got
I,
one of those. I kind of like the second one.
I would rather just have nothing than a bad movie. Like I don't want something to be ruined more.
You say that, but have you seen Creature?
I haven't.
Some bad movies are just
Where are you
funny
pointing at?
because they're bad.
To the C section of the collection.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
course.
it's up there, and it's bad, and you'll be glad you watched it.
Oh, I have to borrow it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
I feel like just
Or
for
we could do a
nostalgia,
movie night.
I'll watch The Matrix 4.
Yeah,
matter
for
what it
sure. I
ends
mean,
up
I
being.
They
I
won.
think the first Matrix movie is probably one of my favorite movies of all time.
I've only
Yes.
seen the first one.
That's fine. That's a good place to stop.
Like, didn't they win at the end? I don't remember the last one. I remember there was like a rave or a party.
So the
I've
last
seen
one,
the first two.
the last one is a biblical analogy, and he sacrifices himself and dies in a on the cross position on the floor because of the machines. Like he invites them all into his head or something, and then just dies with them in there.
Yeah, and then they won, right? Like humanity saved or something like
Yeah,
that.
except
what
for
did-
him, except for him.
Well, he's dead, or maybe not. I don't know.
Who
Maybe
knows?
he's Jesus. I don't know.
He was dead, and then someone killed his dog.
Well, so,
Oh shit!
that's an interesting crossover. So,
Anyway, next piece of news: Ewan McGregor is returning for an Obi-Wan prequel.
Series?
Yeah, it's a limited run
Miniseries?
miniseries. 6 episodes, Disney Plus, and the running joke on Reddit is a soul for a soul. We were given our Obi-Wan prequel in exchange for Spider-Man is leaving the MCU because Sony and Marvel couldn't agree on co-producer terms.
So did you read my message on the Twitter chat?
I did, but that was like way earlier. So
I feel like I have an unpopular opinion on Tom
Ooh.
Holland and
Hit it.
Spider-Man.
hit it.
was it
Okay.
hot take right here.
Here we go. So I watched
You're fucking
Spider-Man's
wrong.
1, 2, and 3, the Raimi trilogy.
Yeah.
The Holy
whenever,
Trinity.
like growing
yes.
up as a kid, and that
The
has a
Holy
very
Trinity.
nostalgic place in my heart.
Right.
And I love Spider-Man. Like he's probably my favorite superhero. So I love
Correct.
the Andrew Garfield series. I love the Tom Holland series. But nothing has blown me away the same way that Into the Spider-Verse did. In my opinion, that movie.
Oh, that's not a
fair.
hot
No, I
take.
agree.
Yeah,
That's-
no, that's
That's accurate.
but I
But
think
one more
Because of
hot
that.
take.
I think that was because that movie actually took risks that none of the other ones were willing to take.
But that was a Sony
Are you kidding?
production.
Did you watch Spider-Man 3?
Okay, different risk. You're
But-
trash, Brock.
You know,
I played a drinking game to that movie the other night.
Spider-Man 3,
I heard about that.
It's on Hulu.
the drinking game.
no,
No,
Spider-Man 3.
you find the rules to the drinking game online, and you watch the movie and you drink.
Oh,
what was
I
your
just have.
second opinion? Are
My
you-
second
like,
opinion is
second-
basically I'm not super upset about Sony holding on to Spider-Man
I
if that
believe
means more Spider-Verse films. I hope that
So
maybe
but-
they've realized that we're over live action Spider-Man films, and if they like capitalize on that direction, I could foresee like just a really amazing thing happening.
But they could, if they had done what they, if they had taken Marvel's deal, they could still do that.
yeah, I guess that's true. But
Marvel's deal was only financial. It was the same movie making terms, but they just wanted more of the money because they were putting in equal work, basically. So their deal was they were taking like 1 to 5% of cash up front, like box office revenue, basically. Marvel was.
Okay.
And Sony was taking the rest. And Marvel said, let's just split it 50-50 because we're doing 50% of the producer work. We want 50% of the money. And they said no.
yeah, I guess taking a wild stab here after Into the Spider-Verse and Far From Home, I feel like Sony maybe believes they can capitalize on this.
Yeah, but
More by
Marvel
themselves.
made Far From Home.
Yeah.
That's true.
And
But-
I don't know, man. I can't get behind it. I don't like
Far From Home was the highest grossing Sony movie of all time. It just broke the record. It beat something. I can't remember what. I'd have to go look. And they got all cocky after that. But like, that's an MCU film at this point, you know?
Yeah.
It's got Iron Man in it.
I was someone was telling me after the news broke out about that Sony's stock dropped significantly.
I should have
Jeez.
shorted that.
Damn.
I don't have any other stock. I couldn't short it. If
Did
I
you
wanted to.
investing?
Yeah.
I guess maybe
I have a
could
small
just,
portfolio. It keeps dropping because of
I don't know if I can even comment on that. So
it's fine. Anyway,
I don't know. I guess maybe I might be in just the denial stage just because of how much I've enjoyed Spider-Man up until this point, and it kind of hurts, but I have faith that Sony can do something.
no, okay. So I also grew up on the Raimi trilogy. Spider-Man, the first one, I think was the first PG-13 movie I saw in theaters.
Okay.
I was very excited for it. I didn't even know Peter Parker wasn't supposed to be a 30-year-old man boy until, way later. And I enjoy, even the third one, like, it's bad, but I still enjoy it as part of that. Andrew Garfield, I thought, is a good actor, and maybe even the first movie was better written,
Yeah.
but the second one was just awful. Like, and I loved everyone in that movie.
I haven't seen the second one since theaters, honestly.
Paul
so-
Giamatti, Jamie Foxx. Like, I liked everyone in that movie, and it was just bad. And then that's basically Spider-Man 3 and Amazing Spider-Man 2. That's Sony at peak panic Sony. And that's what they're going to be doing.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, they could ruin him.
And they've already announced, like, Venom 2, Sinister 6, Black Cat and Silver Sable, and one other one that won't be any good.
Tom Hardy has, after the first Venom came out, said that he signed up for 2 sequels for Venom.
Yeah, the director of Venom 2, who was that supposed to be? That was going to be good.
it was me.
You're directing Venom 2.
It was
Yeah.
Norm.
tight. No, not Vernon. Come on.
So, Dragon Quest Builders 2, I guess, did that recently come out?
Yes.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago. Andy
Okay.
Serkis. Andy Serkis is directing Venom 2.
Okay.
And I haven't seen him direct anything, but he's crazy, and that sounds fun, you know? He does a really good, CG monkey and CG, what was he, Gollum, I think, in Lord of the Rings? That was Andy Serkis, right?
Don't ask me.
That was him, right?
I have no idea.
Fact checking again.
Whew. I'm getting sleepy. Y'all talking about all these bad Spider-Man movies.
been sleepy. Yeah, it was Andy Serkis. He was Gollum. Oh, but he didn't have a beard. That's weird. I don't like
Beard's
that.
weird.
Oh, I don't like that either.
I don't like that at all.
Why? What's wrong with him?
I don't know.
Looks fine.
Something's wrong with it. It looks like you should be wearing a loincloth.
Oh, wow.
Because that's what Gollum wears. God, Bailey.
I just hope. I don't know. I just want good Spider-Man movies. I still haven't seen Far From Home though, so I'm about to check
it's
that
pretty
out
good.
soon.
So good.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it. I'm gonna get another drink.
I liked it a lot. Can you grab me one? Yeah. Thank you.
I kind of agree. That movie, whenever Sony announced it, coming out the Christmas following whenever the first trailer came out, was sort of shocking to see like an animated Spider-Man movie go into theaters. You just thought it would be like a
Yeah.
direct-to-DVD type thing.
Because Marvel has terrible animated movies.
Absolutely terrible. Yeah.
Like,
I agree.
but I used to love the DC animated movies,
They're really good.
and then I watched Spider-Verse, and now even those seem bad in comparison.
So
Like I bought on Blu-ray the Judas Contract, the
Yeah.
Teen Titans Judas Contract,
familiar.
and it just was so lame compared to Spider-Verse.
But I mean, you also I would even argue it's kind of hard to compare them just because just the art style that the Spider-Verse
Yeah.
brings.
Also,
It's wild.
and I watch a YouTube channel called Corridor Crew. They're really interesting. They're all visual effects artists. It's a whole studio, and they break down visual effects in movies. And they did Spider-Verse as one of the things they broke down, and they pointed out that in a lot of the early scenes, the background and Peter B. Parker is rendered in 30 frames per second or whatever the standard is, while Miles Morales is only rendered in like 24 frames per second. So he seems clunky, but it's because he's actually rendered slower. Like, we're seeing less shots of him per second. And then when he jumps off the roof and breaks the glass with his Spider-Man costume on and becomes, Spider-Man, he starts being rendered in 30 frames per second like everyone else.
That's interesting.
That's cool.
Yeah, and it seems a lot more fluid and like he's come into his own. Which I didn't notice at all.
Yeah, Spider-Man. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, what were we talking about?
Dragon Quest Builders.
That's
Dragon
right.
Quest Builder. So the second one is new.
Yeah.
Coughed a little bit there.
Can I bum a White Claw off you guys?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Were you just gonna, the second one is new and then...
That's it.
Take
That's all we
off.
were going to say about it.
Yeah, that's really it.
So, we've been playing the second one. I've been playing it more than,
Yeah, we just played
Everyone.
it tonight.
but they took a sample.
I mean, so Tanner, for maybe the people that have never played it, how would you?
So, let me start by saying...
Have you played
I-
Minecraft?
I've almost picked up the first
Do you like
one
jazz?
for a year because you recommended it, and I take your recommendation, highly. But I never had the money and the time and the desire at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so the second one came out, and I was trying to decide between that and a couple other new Switch games. And you had recommended the first one, and I listened to Filthy Casuals, and they recommended the second one. They said you won't miss anything story-wise by jumping in here, and it has some quality of life improvements over the first one.
Well, to be fair, I recommended the first one because you could return it if you didn't like it. So that was the main thing.
That's also true.
Yeah.
So I picked up the second one, can't return it, bought it new. And I actually, I've been enjoying it. It's not something I've been sucked into, especially the story. I've skipped every single thing I have to read.
Understandable.
Yeah, I have no idea what it's about.
Yeah.
But there's probably about 4 hours that I spent. It tells you crash on a beach. The tutorial is you're on a boat with a bunch of skeletons and they make you do chores. And then you crash on a beach and you wake up with these two idiots. And one of them tells you, build me a house. And so that's kind of where you start building. And the rules for the house, or it just has to be a room, is what it's called, is it has to be at least 2 blocks high and sealed. It doesn't say anything about ceiling or anything like that. And I saw that, and that wasn't acceptable to me. So I built it. It starts with a door and kind of a cliff behind it. and it's like build 2 blocks high walls around this door,
Yeah.
basically. And so I built into the cliff and made what I would consider to be an acceptable room in a cliff. And it took hours because there's only enough blocks laying around for you to do 2 walls high around the door. And so I had to go scavenge and walk them all back. There's no, like in Minecraft, you can break things apart and get the materials and rebuild it.
Yeah.
In this, you go pick up the block and move it manually, one by one. And so I did a bunch of that. And I never got tired of it because the whole time there was no music and no dialogue and just a beach and waves crashing and me building a thing. And so it was really relaxing. And then when I got done, some floating guy came and opened up a staircase to a whole story thing, and it went downhill from there.
Oh, downhill.
Well, I'm uphill, downhill.
Okay, yeah.
It went lateral from there. But overall, like I've played a little Minecraft and a little of this. They're similar, but this is different enough that I think it has its own kind of merit.
Yeah, like the reason I really like Dragon Quest Builders is it's like I like Minecraft, like I like playing, but my issue is that I'm so stupid and I'm so I get distracted easily. It's like I'm like, cool, this is my goal, and then I look to my left and I'm like, no, that's my goal, and I walk that way, and I'm like, wait, that's my goal over there, and I never. It's hard for me to keep track. But, you know, Dragon Quest Builders are like, it gives you a little bit of structure. It gives you like freedom, like, hey, kind of do what you want, build how you want, but also like, hey, this is also what you should be working on, just as a reminder.
And I like the combat's bad. I'll just say that.
Yeah.
The combat's bad, and the camera's kind of bad. It's third person. Really hard to place things where you want them quickly.
Yeah.
Whereas in Minecraft, it's very easy. But overall, the combat and the camera and all that, it adds up to just kind of a different experience.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, definitely. I know that, I don't know what the story for this one is, but I know the first one, it was like, basically, this demon took the power to build from like all humanity.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
So you still like, there's a guy that you meet on the island, and he's your combat buddy. So he'll go with you. You build him a club, and he'll go hit stuff with it. Is his thing.
Nice.
But like at one point, this girl asks you to make her food, and so you have these clams, and you cook them over a fire. And the first thing you do is build the fire, and he's like, "What the fuck? Like you just took wood, and now it's fire. That's ridiculous." And then you put the clam on there, and he's like, "The clam fell in the fire. You ruined it. Wait. Is it edible now?" And it's like it's hammy the whole time, but it's fun. You know?
Like in the like the one in the first one, there's just so many times, it's just weird moments where like, you know, you're kind of doing your thing, and some person has a quest for you. He's like, "I have a quest. I need a bathtub." Like I know all the parts to make it, but I don't know how to do it. So I'm gonna leave that to you, while at the same time you're also supposed to stop like the demon lord from taking over, but I also have to stop to make this man his bathtub. Like
it's a lot of that. And like after you do all that, he goes, "You know what, this building thing looks fun, I want to try it." And he goes over to the building table and he's like, "I got wood, I got oil, I'm lost." And that's the whole mission there, was to let him not be able to build anything. But it's pretty funny. There's a line where you make the bonfire to cook on, and he's like, "So you just invented bonfire? Like, what does that even mean?"
It's a fun game that doesn't take itself seriously. And I think that's why I really like it. And like the music's pretty good.
Yeah, it's really relaxing.
Yeah.
Like I'll show you after this, but just the area of the world that I'm in, just I could fall asleep listening to it happen in the background, you know?
Oh, I know.
Anyway,
it's kind of been on my to watch.
So
list.
what did y'all think? Y'all played a very little bit of it.
From my very small impression of Dragon Quest Builders 2, I don't know if I have anything positive to say.
Yeah?
Wow.
As a Minecraft boy.
Yeah. I think it's a lot harder to get into than Minecraft is.
wouldn't-
It seems
well-
a little bit more clunky than Minecraft, but I do love the style of it because I'm obviously a huge Akira Toriyama fan and JRPGs in general. I feel like I would just be better off playing like Dragon Quest XI or something though, like an actual Dragon Quest game, but I don't know, I feel like I'd just rather play Minecraft. That's
Yeah.
just me.
I guess for me, I mean, I got a very small impression.
Look, it's no Raft, and we get that, but
Just
anyway.
if I'm gonna play a building type of game, I guess
It's gotta be Rust.
I don't know. I don't know honestly what my qualm is here.
No, I get what
I
you
said
mean though. Like
earlier-
it just doesn't feel good when you're playing it.
Yeah.
Like you never. It takes a lot of work to put anything where you want it.
I feel like it's just a matter of getting used to it too. Like
And
if I played it more, I'd like it more.
Like when you came over, that's not what I was playing. I switched over to it so we could talk about it on the podcast. But I was playing it for a couple hours the other night, and by the time I went to bed, I was getting the hang of it. Like I was doing
Yeah.
things pretty fluidly. And then when I came back to it, just immediately, it was like it handles like a PlayStation 1 game a little bit.
Yeah, I get
You
that.
know, because it's third person. We should make that distinction. It's third person, and so when you're placing a block, it kind of highlights where it's going to go. But if you're not facing exactly, it doesn't do diagonals, only north, south, east, and west. And if you're not facing kind of exactly that direction, it'll place it in the wrong spot. And then since it's third person, there's buttons for looking up and down. And so if you want a block higher than the level that you're standing at, you have to look up and place it. It's just odd.
Yeah, I might like it more if it was first person. Honestly,
Yeah, but
or
then
at
it
least
would-
give you the option.
Then it would just be Minecraft, you know?
Yeah,
So, but if it had a first-person camera, I would choose that, probably. But that goes for everything, basically.
I don't know. I
I
don't
play
think it's a
Grand Theft
bad
Auto in
game,
first person.
and I would probably play it. But
overall, of the three games I was between, I think I ended up with the one I would most enjoy playing.
yeah,
Because I thought I was going to get into Fire Emblem, and then I really looked at it, and I was like, no, that doesn't seem like my thing at all.
I still want to get it so bad.
I'm kind of on the fence about it.
I really want to.
Team Black Eagles.
I'm not familiar with the source material, like other than
You didn't
Smash
read the
Bros?
novels?
You've never played any of the other games.
no.
mean,
I liked Awakening a lot.
You don't
I
need to
didn't
play
play
them.
any of them.
I believe there's characters
I played
that you would recognize if you play them, but I mean, this is
They always do like, well, for Awakening, I know they did like DLC where you can get like Roy and Marth and all them.
yeah.
But
I think I do like turn-based combat and like real-time strategy and all that stuff. I just haven't figured out how exactly I like it, because it's very specific for me the way it has to be, and I don't understand what it is that I
what's your
actually
favorite
like.
turn-based game?
Have you played Advance Wars?
I have not played Advance Wars, but it has been recommended to me. I couldn't pick a favorite off the top of my head. I just know when I get into it, I enjoy it, but it takes a lot for me to get to that point. You know what I mean?
You take me as a Pokemon Conquest kind of guy.
A little bit, yeah. I didn't own that system, so I only played it at a friend's house. But I did like Conquest. That was fun.
Well, to change the subject,
Entirely.
have you guys played Nier Automata?
I haven't, because
No.
I don't think I have the patience to dedicate to that game.
What do you mean?
Patience.
For
It's a very-
36 endings or whatever.
Oh, well,
Okay, it's only like 27.
yeah.
My bad.
You're off by 9. I haven't played it, but I'm a huge fan, and I've seen a lot of gameplay videos of it.
I will say, I'm not an achievements kind of person. Like, that's never been who I am. But that one achievement in that one game, I find hilarious. That is gold.
What achievement?
The one you get for looking up her skirt.
Wait, isn't that Lollipop Chainsaw?
No, it's this one too.
Oh, wow.
It's
If you look up enough times, I think it's like 10 times or something like that.
Wow.
You get a like, hey, don't do that.
It's
Achievement.
Like, what are you doing?
That's
Yeah.
funny.
I've
I
had
think
it
that's
recommended to
funny.
me over the years from various people, and I just kind of kept waiting for the price to drop, and it never dropped. So last payday, I bought the Game of the Year edition with DLC and whatnot, and I started playing it, and I was pretty skeptical the first hour, but I've beaten the game one time now.
I
And-
heard it like switches up the style of the game on the fly really early on. Like you go from like 2D platformer to like twin stick shooter to, third person
To some like
action.
Kingdom Hearts shit.
Yeah.
And
And that's cool.
it kind of annoyed me at first, like this like fucking Galaga ass shooter
Yeah.
leading into some like adult Kingdom Hearts shit, just to make some very crude
Yeah, it definitely has
comparisons.
looks like it has those feels.
You have to
Well-
raise your volume a little bit, Matt.
Okay, my bad.
No, you're
But-
you're fine.
We're getting close to the end of the night. Everybody's getting a little bit more quiet.
A little bit, yeah.
I guess
Had
at the end of the day,
couple of white claws at this point.
no laws, dude, with the claws. Okay, Nier Automata. Never was on my radar before. Picked it up. Definitely one of the best PlayStation 4 games I've played. I feel like.
Wow, that's a big statement.
Yeah, I guess it is. You
Just
know,
get comfortable.
but
They have some good
Take a sit.
exclusives.
they really do. I would agree, but this game, I feel like it's just such an underrated masterpiece.
I don't think it's underrated. Like I think it's pretty highly rated.
I guess
Yeah.
I don't know that many people that
mad when you
also
tell her
play
that.
it, so I guess
I
I
don't
feel
know
like
why.
maybe I'm alone.
Yeah,
in that sense, but
because she's really cute
man,
cat.
I would recommend that game to anybody. I feel like after sort of being disappointed by Kingdom Hearts 3, this game has changed my view
Yeah.
on that style of game. The fighting is just so slick. Even the shooting and like the 2D twin stick shooting is fun. Really cool.
Are you getting distracted by Norman right now?
Yeah, really
Sorry,
cool
we're
RPG.
both distracted by the
Sorry,
cat
man.
over here.
Yeah, I was just looking at the
she's
cat.
being cute.
I'm thinking about my cat now.
Don't
It's
get
the same
emotional.
cat.
Just hold it in.
But okay, at
Except
the end of
one
the day,
has a tail.
highly recommend Nier Automata
Yeah.
if you've never played it.
Yeah.
Really great game.
I might. Did you buy it physically or digitally?
I bought it digitally because
Ah,
I was lazy.
Then I
and-
won't borrow it.
Oh yeah, I looked up if it was at the local GameStop and it was not, according to the website. So
Yeah, I had
just
to go
bought
to
it.
Best Buy for builders.
Huh. Yeah, but dude, we were out of stock for a while.
Yeah, I know.
I will. Cool thing. I don't know if you've how much you've looked into Nier. I believe it's the DLC. There's like a little coliseum where you fight waves of enemies, something like that.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
Like one of the final bosses is like you fight the CEO of Square Enix,
Yeah,
What?
and then
yeah, I've seen that.
and then like after you get him down to like I think like 20 or half health, he calls him the CEO of Sony or something like that. And like you're just fighting these CEOs with these ridiculous attacks. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, like
sounds
you said,
pretty funny.
combat is so satisfying in that game. And aside from that, also is the story. It kind of takes a lot. Like you were saying, you were skipping all the story in Dragon Quest Builders 2. I feel like that happens to me a lot whenever I play games.
I
where I'm
skipped
just-
the story in most games. Like God of War and Horizon were the only games where I didn't skip any story.
and I feel like I'm kind of with you there. Like that happens to me a lot where I'll play a game and just kind of skim through it. But with
Yeah.
Nier Automata, the story becomes so compelling, so quick that I can't help but read all the dialogue and pay attention to everything that's happening.
Oh,
It's such
man.
a
You had me, but you lost me with Reed. Just
well, I wouldn't say it's so
we
much
don't
about
read
reading.
around here.
in a Reed.
It's not like text passages.
what's
like you would
with the
see.
arm pants, city boy.
What?
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
Sleeves.
I would say it's not like your typical.
Ain't nobody here
game.
wearing sleeves.
It's a Family Guy reference. Come
Oh.
on.
Of course it is.
I don't consist of anything else.
I would say most of the game's story mechanics are cut into cutscenes and not like just reading books off of shelves or something like that.
Okay, good.
That's
That's also why I still don't know what any of the Souls games are about.
It's hard to tell, but there's a lot of good YouTube videos that brings all the lore together. I'm not kidding. I've gone real deep into it
Like
with an old roommate of mine.
like Bloodborne, I really like, and I have no idea what it's actually.
Yeah,
about.
that's how the Souls games
About the
are.
blood.
I don't think so.
Yeah, just there's some
Is
good
this a
YouTube
Tupac
videos
game?
if you want to know. Yeah, I think I'll get.
Matt left
I don't think I'll get
again.
Nier.
You don't have anything to play it on.
Yeah. Well, there's that, but also just because I have a PlayStation at home.
When? Since when?
James has always had a PlayStation in the
Oh
living room.
yeah. I guess. Yeah.
My account's on there, but I don't think I'll get it just because I've already seen like most of the story and everything through gameplay, and it just seems like more of a fun game to watch.
I saw
For
Donkey's
me-
video, and like I'm pretty set. You know.
Oh yeah, you did do a video on it, but I think I will get Fire Emblem.
You should.
I really want to.
Does that have any kind of multiplayer or anything like that?
There's like a feature where
They have like an arena battle or something, or like
No,
where
not
you
even-
can like battle against each other.
not even that. There's
Damn.
like you whenever you're in the middle of the battle, if your Wi-Fi's on or internet's on, you can see where other people died, kind of like Dark Souls.
Mm.
It's like their bloodstain or whatever,
That's cool,
What game?
but it doesn't
but
really.
totally pointless.
Yeah, Fire Emblem.
Fire Emblem.
Yeah. He's like, do you want to turn this off? I was like, not really.
I
don't know.
I would try Nier. Based on solely on Matt's recommendation, I would try it.
Also, I'm like all for 2B being in Smash. Like that'd be so sick. I bet she'd be a great character
Look,
for Smash.
I'm not going to say anything because we all know who I want in Smash next, but
I don't know who you want in Smash next.
it's May.
Oh yeah,
What about Mrs. Pac-Man?
No.
that should be a skin, dude. I don't understand.
Really should. Mrs. Pac-Man and Baby Pac-Man.
They really need to just put out like costume packs. That's a good way for them to make money. And I would pay for it, like just $5 costume packs, because they already
So
have like
easy.
the Mii costumes you can buy. Why not do it for the original characters? Because they have so many other costumes. I don't know. That's just me.
Nah, dude, I'm with. There's so many like, man. I just slap a couple colors on this guy and call it a day. Just
Yeah,
jeez.
I mean, all other fighting games do it. You know, they have different like color packs and stuff.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What?
Injustice didn't do that at all. And that's the only other fighting game I recognize.
Well, that's why they failed. So
They have
Failed?
like- don't they have like a whole thing based around customizing your character and shit?
That is different. That's a gear system. It's completely different.
But it changes the character's appearance.
It changes the stats too.
So what?
Look, I'm not gonna glorify this with a response anymore. I just want you to know that yes, you're correct.
So yeah, anyway, like you guys were saying, if you're ever interested in checking out Nier Automata, you can play the first hour, and I feel like after the first big boss fight you have, you can decide from there whether that's a game you'd like to play or not.
What is the other character's name? It's 2B and
Fuck, I'm
Something
playing
A?
as him. 9S.
9S?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's A2, but that's the third playthrough. I'm only on the second playthrough right now.
A2, is that like the same looking character? Or is A2 like the long hair?
A2's the hot one.
With the shirtless long hair guy?
Wait, I thought 2B
No,
was the hot one.
that's Adam and Eve you're talking about.
Oh, that's who I'm talking about. You're right. I don't know, I can't remember.
You play as 2B, 9S, and then A2. A2 is like a renegade android that just fucks shit up. I actually don't know that much about her because the first two playthroughs don't really say much.
Shit. She is hot.
Yeah.
And Bailey has a new phone wallpaper.
I only saw her once as 2B, and I was like,
She's kind of
fuck.
thick. I guess all the Nier characters kind of are.
Yeah, that was actually one thing that kind of kept me from playing it. I was not into 2B's look, personally.
The over-sexualized...
Is it because of the eyes?
No, it's because whenever I'm climbing up ladders, I just see this fucking android ass with a very
Hello.
small white thong, and I don't know, not my thing. Like
Someone call Big Sean.
it feels unnecessary. But now that I've played it,
I'll remember
that's
that.
not really what you're
Was
paying
that
attention
2012?
to when you
Song?
play it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was about 2012, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think they needed to
12?
over-sexualize her, but I guess sex
It's like
sells, so...
14.
And I feel like it doesn't do much for the
I don't
story.
like that.
But
Yeah.
whenever you're fighting as 2B, that's not really something that you're thinking about. She's just a fucking badass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
I'd
end
try
of
it.
Nier Automata rant.
I'd try it. No, it sounds interesting. At least interesting.
I mean, do you like Kingdom Hearts at all? I feel like not.
I don't have any love for the gameplay of Kingdom Hearts at this point.
That's
Really?
like an old
Okay.
grudge.
Wait, what did you say?
What do you mean?
Don't you not like it because of the tutorial mission?
No, that's that's a whole other thing. No, I just never felt like it handled well. You know?
What? It was so fluid.
I felt like it was fluid when Kingdom Hearts 2 was the first game I ever beat, but I feel like my
Compared-
perceptions have changed since then.
Oh,
Compared
maybe. I haven't
to-
played it since I beat it the first time.
Compared to like other Square games, I would say yeah.
What? Like,
But-
what?
Like Nier Automata, the fucking combat in that
What?
game?
No,
Sick.
compared to because like everything
Final
else
Final
they did
Fantasy
was
15 was
turn-based.
good.
Yeah, that handled well, and that also came out like 10 years after the last Kingdom Hearts game I played.
It also came out 10 years after they announced it.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. Like I think the idea is cool, but I just never got into it. It's really convoluted, and the gameplay wasn't enough to keep me into the story, and the story wasn't enough to keep me into the gameplay. You know what I mean?
You don't even read the story.
No, I don't want to read. I don't put stuff on the TV to read it.
That's the only reason I watch anime.
Have you played? have you played? I assume you play Skyrim, right?
Yeah, yeah.
How many books have you read?
Oh,
All the
shit.
ones with spells.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I've read the
Lockpicking
tomes,
skills,
that's-
armor skills,
Y'all read
those
that
are the
one?
ones.
Y'all read that one book that levels you up?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I read that one, yeah.
I read like the first 3 pages of like the Lusty Argonian.
Yes, that was the best one.
Because
for
I'm like,
sure.
all right, I feel like I have to.
Yes.
Yeah.
After that, I'm like, I get the gist of this.
Yeah.
I always played Argonian characters, so whenever I came across that book, that was a must read.
Keep one in your inventory.
Yeah.
You always play Argonians?
That's
I-
weird.
Like,
Is it 'cause
I
of
would
the
say
swimming?
At least 75% of the time, just because I like breathing underwater.
I don't think
you
I've ever
actually a
played.
lizard person.
No, I just
Wait,
I
wait,
like breathing
but
underwater.
hold on.
It's
What
fucking
class?
sick.
What class do y'all play?
What
'Cause
class
I alwa-
do you think I play?
I also
Or not
always play the
class,
same class.
Race.
Race.
What race do you think I play?
Gaily.
I always play Wood Elf. I assume you always play
Night Elf.
Dark
Yeah.
Elf.
No.
What?
Orc.
Like a Nord or
Khajiit?
something?
A Khajiit, yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
whatever. Fuck you.
No, I always
Play
play
a
Wood Elf
fucking Argonian.
because I
Shut
always
up.
play Stealthy Archer.
Yeah, that's what I pretty much go
Yeah,
for.
100%
I go
of
for
the
Stealthy
time.
Archer too, though.
I think that's like the default.
Yeah.
Skyrim,
I think
right?
everybody
Play.
likes that.
Just walk
Maybe
in
you
and
do,
just
like,
one shot a
two-handed.
dragon. Yeah.
See, but then I always played that way, and then my last playthrough I did like a mage, and that's probably the funnest way to play, actually.
I feel like even whenever I
wholeheartedly
played a
disagree.
mage, I would have to pull out my bow in sticky situations.
I think playing like a
But-
conjure.
Yeah,
that's
just
pretty
conjure
fun.
a bow. There you go.
Flame
don't know.
Atronach.
I do the same thing in Destiny, where like I'll find a new gun and I'm like, I'm gonna try to do this, and then I end up just defaulting back to the gun that I always use. It's the same thing in Skyrim. Like I'm gonna do like a strong one-handed Nord, and then I just end up with a bow at the end.
Dude, just do... Using the, like, great axe or great sword in that game feels so easy in the early levels.
Have you tried VR at all?
Yeah, we did try it once.
Okay, the bow in VR is flawless.
Really?
Yeah, it's
You play with the move controllers.
fantastic.
Interesting.
Huh,
That's
What
why
is-
a mutual friend of ours, actually, he's been on the podcast, Ethan. You'll know Ethan.
What is the...
Who?
Oh yeah, that's right. No, he's still saved in my
man,
phone
Norm's the one that
as
said it.
yeah. Nah, it's cool. I ran into him the other day.
I just keep inviting him to stuff, and he's like, "Yeah, I'll be there," and like doesn't show up.
No,
like,
yeah,
"You
that's
son of a
100%
bitch."
him. He did that for this, like all the time. But it's fine because he's a cool guy. But he's still saved in my phone as, I think, Dragon Slayer, because he booted up Skyrim VR. No, Giant Slayer. That was it.
Giant Slayer, yeah.
Because he pissed off the giants immediately, and then he found a cheese spot under the bridge where they couldn't reach him.
No.
he just sat there for like
Shooting him.
15 minutes with the bow under the bridge, taking out these giants.
Damn, I want to play Skyrim again.
You should try it in
Okay.
VR. It's really fun.
I did with you.
No, but like actually, like get
playing
into
through
it.
the whole thing?
Yeah.
That'd make me sick.
No, not the whole thing.
Yeah.
I've never played through the whole thing. I have no idea what the story in that game is about.
Because you don't care. We know this.
You don't even have to read.
It's not that. It's just the side quests. Like I get to the point where I can free roam, and then it's like, yeah, I'm not really into that part of it.
The end of time.
Yeah,
I'm not really interested in the social issues going on in Skyrim.
What I would much rather focus on is the little things, like helping people find their lost claws.
Murdering the Emperor.
I am the Jarl.
Well, what's that? There's a side quest you can do with like the Brotherhood where you kill some guy on a boat.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
really fun. Yeah, I like that one.
Brotherhood was
I also like
Probably
saying
my
I
favorite.
am the Jarl.
Brotherhood.
Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah, brother.
I
Anyway,
also like the Thieves Guild.
no, it's all about the Dark Brotherhood.
Well, I mean, you do the Thieves Guild first, then you go to the Dark Brotherhood.
We know.
What is it? Sithis? Hail Sithis.
Then you become a werewolf. Then you become a vampire.
Vamp Wolf.
Vamp Wolf. Alright.
Anyway, is that it? Does anyone else have a
Sorry, I said
topic?
enough to the cat.
I feel like I had more things to say,
now
but
she's licking me.
I've lost them.
She's like, stop.
Are we doing AR points?
Play with me
Wait, do you have
again.
a Mochi's minute?
I can, yeah. I've been watching a lot of anime.
Go for it.
Go for it. We gave you a segment.
Did I talk about the new episode of Demon Slayer last time or no?
Oh my god, yeah, you're so annoying.
No, you didn't.
Oh my god, yeah.
You didn't actually do a minute last time.
Well, this anime Demon Slayer, it was trending on
Not
Twitter.
the same thing as Goblin Slayer. I've already.
It was it was trending on Twitter last week when the new episode came out, or the week before last, because the animation was just fucking unbelievable. It was really good. David Productions does a great job with that anime. But I don't know. The story's really great.
know what
It's
that
a
means.
pretty fucking gruesome anime as well. So if you're into like dark shit, there's a lot of that. But there's also good comedy,
I
lighthearted
think you
moments.
know that I am.
Yeah, you should check it out. It's probably my favorite this year so far.
I post a lot of pictures on MySpace.
And then
Black and white filter.
and then
Head
there's-
down.
And then there's Dr. Stone as well. Is really good right now. It's anime all based around science, which is
I
really
like
cool.
science.
So
Yeah,
I
science.
mean, I don't want to go too
Go
in
out
depth to
and
it.
learn some science. Is that the one with the time where people got frozen and they wake up later?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that's that one.
Yeah.
I remember you like briefly talking about it months ago. at this
Yeah,
point.
that's right. That's when it first started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might actually check that one out. That sounds.
It's
really
been
interesting.
getting really fucking
You know
good.
what it takes for me to check out an anime. I might check that one out. That sounds interesting.
Don't be put off by the character designs because the main character looks fucking ridiculous.
That doesn't bother
He
me.
looks like a big old piece of celery.
When I start an anime, I know what I'm getting into. At that point, you know.
hmm
I remember a time where, like, you talk mad shit about anime.
I do it out of love.
He's been hanging out with me quite a bit now, so
I have. Bailey's been
I've-
promoted among the friend levels.
I've been rubbing off on him. You know,
a lot.
a lot.
Shower,
Just-
closet,
Just
everywhere.
really just.
Wait, what?
I just want to go ahead and
No,
apologize to
sorry,
Tanner's parents now.
That was a good minute. That inspired me a little bit.
Yeah, you should check them out. I'll check out Magicians.
No, you won't.
I might.
It's so good.
I mean, really, all you have to do is watch Now You See Me and Now You See Me Too. So.
God, it's not like that.
I have seen those. Those are the real magicians, the fake ones.
Look, it's. I can't even explain how good this show is. Like, apart from the catastrophe that happened at the end of the most recent season.
You know, I haven't almost watched it or anything, but I do think about that scene you showed us a lot.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. By the time I got to that scene naturally, binging it, I teared up. Like, legitimately, I teared up. It takes a lot to get me to that point.
Not me. I cry at everything.
Tanner's a man, okay?
I am.
He's
I
not a
have
little
forged
bitch.
weapons in fire. And I teared up.
And I teared up.
Yeah, that was a good minute.
AR points?
AR points. You got one?
Well, surprise, I've been playing a lot of Nier.
I
On
don't
my
think that
PlayStation
counts
4?
at this point.
It should count.
Also, I've been playing No Man's Sky on the VR.
Okay, that I am interested in hearing more about that.
Well, I played a lot of it before the VR actually came out, and when the VR came out, I would say it does add a new level of excitement to the game, but
That game has been a roller coaster for me. Like when it was being teased, I was super into it.
yeah,
And then I'm not gonna lie, I torrented it on the day it came out.
uh-huh.
And
You fucking...
and I'm so glad that I did because I hated it. And then I bought a copy and I loved it. And then I sold that copy.
Because you hated it.
Well, no, because the girl I was dating at the time convinced me to sell it because I was playing it. And she didn't like that. Anyway, now, like, when they announced VR, I almost went back and bought it again, but I'm skeptical, I guess. And I don't know how I feel having heard Matt's official...
I would say it's
review.
like less than $20 right now pre-owned. Like, just get it because there is something very special about getting into a spaceship and just flying off a planet and just going to another one.
That was really cool. And, like...
But in
the
VR,
approach and landing, it was all done really smoothly in that game, which was really cool. Because most games, that would be a loading screen or something like that.
but in VR, it's very nice. The graphics aren't amazing, but they're good enough to play. I'll say it's definitely playable. But I can't imagine seeing myself play more than 20 hours again, just because I know I'm pretty familiar with the mechanics of the game now. I know what I can and can't do. I have a lot of really good shit, so I'm just going to fuck around with the stuff that I do have now until I get bored of it again. It's nice, and it was awesome that it was a free update, but why is there a but?
But yeah.
The game is just lacking something. I don't know what it is, but there's something very fundamental about the product that
It could be,
it has never reached.
at this point, like, it could just be,
Missing a battle royale.
yeah, that's what it is. We put a battle royale in Fallout 76. Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
I still haven't booted up that game since the last time I did for the podcast. You remember that episode? It's been a while.
Did you try? Have you tried the battle royale?
No, not at all.
Okay. And has anybody here?
I loaded into
I'll
the
still
game
up that AR
a
point.
while back, and I was in the middle of a firefight with like an actual human person, and then I paused. I went to pull up like VATS or something. Went to pull up VATS, and I paused by accident, and it brought up like an ad for the shop, and it was like, "Hey, do you want to buy this skin for your power armor?"
No, not
Bullets are
right now.
going through your torso. Yeah.
Anyway, I'd give that what?
Is that it?
6. I'd give that a 6.
I didn't even finish.
Oh, you're not done?
I hung out with my cat too.
Yeah,
Cool.
6.
7.
6.
7.
All right, 7. We'll call it 7.
Nice.
Bailey?
I got my lip pierced today. Again.
Look, I'd give that marks, but then there's the other piercing that I have to take off points for.
What, the one they had to take out?
Yes, that one. You lose.
Yeah.
It's negative points
For
until it
me.
heals and you do it again.
Yeah. Yeah, that was an experience. But I played that Spider-Man 3 drinking game.
Yeah,
That was fun.
I'm interested in that.
I watched some more Love Island. The Spider-Man 3 drinking game is like, so you take a drink every time they refer to him as Peter Parker. You take a drink every time Uncle Ben is mentioned. You take a drink every time you forget that
Wait,
Sandman was in the movie.
Do you have to like chug during the
No,
whole?
no.
No. But like when she's like, we were very good swimmers, and one day we decided to swim out to the reef, and we got out there, and he said, "Will you marry me?" And I said, "No."
No,
You don't
just
have
gotta
to
take
drink
one
during
drink.
that whole.
You just gotta take one
Okay.
drink.
Well, then I'm out.
No, trust me, there's still enough happening. Every time James Franco uses a pumpkin bomb, every time.
That's like a lot.
Yeah.
What if it comes back at him?
That's a twofer.
Anyway,
Every time somebody else that you're playing with laughs at Tobey Maguire's facial expressions, there's quite a bit of rules.
does that include the crying stuff? Because you can't not laugh at that.
Yeah, sure.
Ugh.
But I did that. I watched some more Love Island. That show is fucking ridiculous.
Is there a drinking game for that?
I'm sure. Every time they say it, I got a text, or I really fancy her.
Hey, bruv.
I haven't started the show yet, but I do have plans to start the show.
6.
I need to watch the first season. I started on the second season.
I watched the first season, now on the second season, and I hate myself every time I start it.
I don't. I have no shame in it.
Nah,
I don't think I've really done much else.
6.
There isn't really.
Yeah, I'm going more like a 4 on this one.
5.
Disrespecting the Holy Trinity like that. So we'll call that a 5.
Sure.
Cool. Matt's gone again.
This
This episode is going to be called "Matt's Gone Again."
Matt's
But
gone
he's
again.
gonna be in the episode.
But like, barely.
That's not true. He talked a lot.
There's literally the three of us are on a couch, and there's an empty chair with his microphone in it, right
Let
here.
him go pee. He has to go pee a lot.
God, like every 10 seconds.
That's not true.
I've been playing a lot of roguelike games, so I picked up Streets of Rogue, which is pretty good. If you ever play like Deus Ex, it's a game where there's like different roles you can pick. You can be like a zombie, you can be a banker, you can be a soldier, and it gives
Those are radically different
I was
roles.
thinking
and
the
that's
same
why
thing.
it's like so cool. And each class has like different goals. So if like you're playing as a soldier, your main goal is like on every single floor you pass, you're supposed to destroy the generator, and it's randomly generated. There's also different types of weapons and gadgets you can get to kind of like help. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
And then there's also Dicey Dungeons, which is like Yahtzee, but in like a roguelike turn-based game.
That sounds weird.
It's
does sound
very
weird.
weird, and even the art style I'm not a fan of, but the actual like gameplay is actually pretty fun. Where like you're rolling dice, and then you take those dice and like let's say you have a sword that like deals this amount of damage, and it's a pretty cool game.
That didn't make
I know
any sense as an
I
explanation.
promise you, if it was a
It-
little earlier, I'd be able to explain a lot better.
It just sounded like D&D to me. So
I-
I'm with you a little bit.
Yeah,
A little bit.
yeah. And then I guess Fallout Battle Royale.
You tried it?
Yeah, I played a couple rounds. So I like the idea, and even like playing it, I'm like, oh, it's pretty fun until you get to the problem. So the problem is that there's a level.
It's a Bethesda game.
Well, not even that. So surprisingly, it's not even like the glitch or anything like that. It ran okay.
But like the shooting in Fallout 4 is the best that it's ever been, and it's still not
It's not great.
awesome.
Yeah. But like, so there's a, I don't know, mutation or like as you level up, you gain perks. There's a perk that allows you to jump high and
Cool.
then you can double down on that. And if you're a certain level, you can get that. So one of my first experiences in playing the game is that like I have my minigun. I'm aiming at this man's skull, and the moment he turns around to like, he looks at me, he just jumps over my head, and he's just jumping over me, and he's also shooting down at me, and there's literally nothing I can do.
So like so the leveling, is that done based on your regular in-game level, or is that in
It's its own
this
separate.
mode? Okay.
Yeah, because like you have like an overseer level, because you're trying to fight to become the overseer, and you
Okay.
need to get a certain level, so it's separate. But yeah, it sucked because everybody takes that perk, and because I'm like level 1, I have no chance of fighting these people.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I was like, all right, I'm done, and I deleted
I
it.
still can't convince myself that I'm on board with the Battle Royale thing. Like, Apex has been my favorite version of it, but even then, I'm just not as into it as I guess I should be,
Yeah.
you know?
Also, I hung out with my cat, so
Cool.
throwback to, I don't know, just to get my AR points a little higher.
76.
Well, yeah, we'll give that a 76.
7 or a 6. Yeah.
Cool. Call it what, like a 7?
Can we call it a 69?
Yes.
Yep.
It's a callback. Never mind. I guess it's my turn. I went to the local game store with every intention of buying a copy of Dragon Quest Builders 2, which I did not leave with because they didn't have one. So what I left with instead was a copy of Burnout Paradise Remastered. And I never played Paradise, the original. The last Burnout game I played was 3, and I really liked it. So I thought, yeah, maybe I'll try it. Maybe it'll be fun. And I love it. Like, I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
I thought I would hate the way it's set up, because the original Burnout game, or the one that I played at least, was I mean, it was a product of its time. It was old, and there were menus, and you picked a race, and then you did that race. And that's kind of what I was used to and what I wanted. But then the open world, pulling up to a stoplight and just revving your engine and being in a challenge was really cool.
That sounds pretty
It's
dope.
been a lot of fun to drive around and just, everything's too fast, but it's an arcade kind of racer, so there's no... It's not hard to control even at these ridiculous, unrealistic speeds. And lots of other stuff to do, breaking billboards and doing stunt jumps and all this stuff. It's been a lot of fun. And yeah, I'm big into it. I like it a lot. So other than that, almost nothing.
8.
Work constantly. I did fix a really gross Xbox though.
8.
That was fun. You know the scrape job that you do on controllers when you take in a trade?
Scrape job, huh?
Yeah. Like in the cracks and stuff, you get real good in there.
Yeah.
I had to do that, but like a detail job.
Gross.
Yeah. It was real bad.
I was going to give you 7 AR points, because there's 7 letters in Burnout. But
That's really creative.
you were being a little sleazy, so I'm going to drop it down to a 6.
That's fair.
All right.
Is no one else is going to vote? Bailey's checked out.
I said
I already
8.
voted.
Oh, okay.
We voted.
We
at
said
8.
8.
Oh, okay. Well then, cool. We'll call it a 7.2-ish. That's just a guess. Don't check
That's
that
fair.
math. Don't. I have no idea. I'm being really quiet. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Shout out God.
all right. Well, I guess that's everything. Thanks for listening, guys. If you made it this far,
Which, like, half of us didn't even make it.
it's a late one. It's a late one. It's
It is,
3:11
yeah. It's
right
been-
now. Whoa, Amber is the color of your energy.
My
You know what I'm
name
talking
is
about?
Matt Murdoch. You can find me on Twitter
He just
at
jumped straight into it.
That's
no
what we were going into
regard
next.
for.
EB Matt Murdoch.
I'm at Baymo _SSB on Twitter and Instagram, so you can find me there.
I'm Norm.
You have
You don't want to plug
plugs or
anything?
anything?
Oh, right. Yeah.
You can listen to
Just
him
like-
on a new podcast that'll be coming out soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Yeah.
We'll have some nice.
Your cat just scared the shit out of me.
Has some good stories.
She's actually being
good
really
commentary
sweet right now. Alright, sorry, go ahead.
No, I mean, hey man,
Does it.
I can talk about cats all day. Unhappy bananas. Just Google that. I'm somewhere around there.
I'm still Tanner, and yeah, we went through a whole thing, but it's still I'm still Tanner, and that's it.
Nice.
That's the end of it. Also, keep listening for mine and Norman's podcast. Maybe we'll get some new episodes of the Positively Negative coming up as well.
Yeah, I guess on y'all's first
Bailey
episode
did. He guessed
as well.
on the first episode.
And it was
That was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. I told Matt he needs to be on the next one.
Yeah, for sure. We should just do this again, but with different subject matter. you
Yeah,
know?
definitely.
And I guess that's it.
Cool.
Put the
Thanks
song
for
here.
listening.
Thank you.
The second song, not the first one. That one will go at the beginning, I guess.
Wow, 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 wow.